Okay, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us. I am Yori Folari. Let's look at the impending, is that the word, Edo State governorship election that's coming up later on this month. I beg your pardon, in September, as a matter of fact. It's coming up on the 21st of September. But, you know, all systems are go, preparations are in order, and we have a guest this morning to talk to us about it, focusing on the Edo State governorship. Our guest this morning is a legal practitioner. Honorable Nosa is his name. And until very recently, he was a member of the PDP. But he's just been telling me this morning that actually things have changed, and now he's a member of the APC. So a fine morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Yori.
Yeah. So now, well, maybe we're looking at the situation in Edo State. So first of all, the most obvious is that about a month ago, when you look at the candidates, you have Senator Monday Okpebolo from Edo Central Zone. You have, that's from APC, and from PDP, you have Aswe Igodalo, you know, Pathway to Prosperity for All. And for Labour Party, you got Olumide Akpata, you know, former president of the Nigerian Bar Association. But things have changed now. About a month or so ago, Aswe Igodalo would have been your man, but I'm guessing that now Senator Monday Okpebolo is your man. Am I correct?
Very correct. In fact, Aswe Igodalo has never been my man.
Well, even though you were in the same party then.
Yes, Ogbede Hama, Right Honorable Ogbede Hama, was the person the entire PDP structure was rooting for. Until they manipulated the process that gave rise to Aswe Igodalo. So I'll be safe to say that he has never been my man. That is the truth.
Wow.
That's the truth,
yes. Is that part of why you ultimately have moved from the party now? Because it seems like you were dissatisfied with the way things were going, well, even when you were in the party.
Yeah, we've only been dissatisfied with the way things were going because if you recall, in 2000, the governor, Governor Obaseki, was disqualified in the APC, and he came over to join us in the PDP. And PDP, before he came, virtually the leadership and the entire structure of the party we were already carrying. We already zeroed on Ogbede Hama. But when he came and leaders prevailed on Ogbede Hama, to just give way and allow him to go, being the city governor. And Ogbede Hama, as a true son of the Benin Kingdom, heeded the advice and dropped his ambition to allow another Benin man to continue. But unfortunately, after the election, he did not only drop his ambition, he was the agent, he contributed financially. I remember him sending money to all the 102 wards in Edo State. Danobi was, of course, our leader in Edo State, took the governor around the 102 wards campaigning. But the very day the governor was declared winner after the election, he turned against virtually every member of the PDP he came to meet in the party, from ward level up to national level. He turned virtually against every legacy member of the party he came to meet. And that now gave rise to the crisis, the litigation, the factionalization, and eventually the crumbling of the PDP in Edo State.
Well,
when I say crumbling...
Well, that's your word.
Yes, when I say crumbling, I'm sure you'll be following the events for some weeks now. Everybody is decamping, everybody leaving the party because everybody is disenchanted, disoriented, and failure is telling everybody clearly.
Well,
so you can see the development is so sweet now that, as I speak with you now, virtually yesterday, even the governor's ward is low government already where he came from. Not less than 245 ward executive members and age executive members left PDP to join APC. And all those who have left, we are rooting for Okpebholo because we've been able to discover the manifesto of Okpebholo vis-a-vis that of Asue Ighodalo is far, far ahead. And it will give us or lead us to the pathway of prosperity in Edo State. Because what has been happening for the past 7 years in Edo State has been clear retardation. And we cannot continue like that.
Well, I imagine that your erstwhile colleagues will be saying, now, that's very convenient for you to say, because that's the way they're going to feel. I mean, you jumped ship. That is from their perspective. Yes. And you are now, you're now with the APC. Okay. Be that as it may, you refer to troubles of the PDP in Edo State. Yeah, it's been in the news for some weeks now that there have been attempts to cause the disqualification of the candidate or the candidate of the PDP. But
you see, Mr. Yori, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Yori, listen to me. There is it is manifestly bad for you to emerge as a candidate using impunity as your springboard. It will not stand. It's as good as you are putting something on nothing. The process that has given birth to Asue Ighodalo has been flawed from day one. And this is what we keep saying. Today, now, this morning, I just got the information that the Federal High Court in Abuja has disqualified him because the process that gave birth to his nomination, that threw him up as a candidate, is flawed and is flawed and illegally organized.
We don't know that as a fact.
But I'm just giving you the information. In the next few minutes, you will get it.
Okay.
You will get the information that the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja this morning has nullified his nomination. As we speak now, PDP does not have a candidate for this gubernatorial election in Edo State.
Okay, we're going to have to.
And that is what we keep saying.
We're going to have to wait to get confirmation of that from mainstream news items.
In the next few minutes, you get the confirmation. I'm sure a reporter should be at the Federal High Court.
Okay.
You see, this is what we keep saying. But besides that, the principal reasons, I must tell you this now, why all of us are leaving PDP to join APC, apart from APC having a very good, sound, articulate, talk less but action-oriented candidate, the governor of Edo State, who has a progeny in Asue Ighodalo, has virtually turned Edo State to a war zone because he's fighting virtually everybody, fighting the Oba Obini, fighting the market women, fighting the Christian community, fighting the political class, fighting his deputy governor, fighting virtually everybody. And a Nigerian...
Please continue.
Yes, and a Nigerian of our class and our age that has been active politically, we know that it is self-destructive for you to engage in this kind of aimless, rudderless, and focusless fight against virtually all the gladiators in Edo State. You can, for somebody that wants to win an election.
Unfortunately,
so by the time you are in a party,
the way we,
no, Uncle Yori, let me tell you something.
Let me say something, sir.
Yes.
In the interest of fairness, the way we would have liked it is for either Asue Ighodalo himself to be present or some of his men, some of those who would speak for him. But we,
they are free to come.
Yeah, of course they are free.
Because what I'm saying is in the
maybe they will call.
public.
Maybe they will call in. But it's not really fair for you to be waxing lyrical, shall I put it that way, over this matter of the difficulties in the PDP. Without a PDP person here to also speak for themselves. I'm sure you appreciate that.
They can call in.
Yeah, well, okay, I hope they will, and we do actively invite them to call in if they are watching this, because we would like to hear it from both sides. What we intended to do was to just focus on the upcoming election, and then there is this news that you say you have heard that we haven't heard yet.
You hear?
We haven't been able to confirm yet. And there still is Olumide Akpata in the race. So we can come back to all of this, but I was going to ask you to give me your overview before I found out that, well, actually, you're not really a neutral kind of a party in the sense that...
see, Yori, let me tell you something. It doesn't matter of being neutral. It's a matter of being factual.
Okay, being factual. Being factual, because as an analyst.
Yes, that is it.
Okay.
And when you are analyzing a situation like this, when you are analyzing a development that is so obvious, you don't have to put up sophistry.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah, you don't have to put up sophistry.
Of course not.
It is the truth. I'm telling you, you can go to Edo State, you can call anybody in Edo State. what the governor has been doing, instead of focusing on development, on how to take Edo State to a greater height, he's been focusing on fight. Okay, look at all the sectors. Just look at it. Where has he excelled in terms of performance? Just look at it. Is it education? He has failed woefully. Oshomole laid the foundation for a stable, effective, and efficient education system in Edo State. He gave us red roof, gave us facilities conducive enough for learning. But immediately this governor came, he discarded all these things. As we speak now, you can hardly find a primary or a secondary school that have up to 4 teachers.
That's the incumbent governor.
The incumbent governor has abandoned. Then you talk of agriculture. This is a governor that collected 30 billion for agro-entrepreneurship program.
Okay.
And nobody is giving a dime, and no farmer is giving a dime, and the farmers are all complaining. Where is the 30 billion? Nowhere. There is a governor that collected 35 billion to go into farm in Sobe. Go to Sobe. Sobe used to be part of Edo State, right? You go to Sobe. You can call somebody now. Go to Sobe, the government farm in Sobe, where they say they have sunk 35 billion. It's taken over by weeds. Go to Osugbenu farm. Go to Agbede Warake farm. Nothing is going on. But not less than 35 billion was collected, not from government, but borrowed. Mm-hmm. So now go to health sector. You'll be surprised that the whole of Edo State, the Edo State Health Management Board, I'm telling you now, does not have up to 10 medical doctors for the whole state. Okay. It's as bad as that. Okay. This is a governor who will move a central hospital that was built in 1925 or thereabout from the center of Benin City to an outskirt, and in his place he's building a museum. Well, so it's a matter of not even knowing, not even knowing what to do. Okay, talk of roads. As we speak, if it rains in Benin, you can't move an inch. Yeah. And Oshomole, in his wisdom, let me tell you, Oshomole, when he was governor, prepared a roadmap for the deflooding of Benin City. Okay. Prepare a program that was to give us an effective erosion control system. And immediately Oshomole left, this governor came and abandoned the project. As we speak now, no road is motorable. Even the road that leads to government house. You call somebody to go to government house.
Whereas I'm hearing
the road that leads to government house, you can't even pass through it.
Honorable Nosa Adams, I'm hearing all of this now. And as you said, you're an analyst. You're a legal practitioner yourself, and you're an analyst. And the part that is giving me pause now is that until about a month ago, you were living with this within the PDP.
No, we'll be complaining. This is what I'm telling you now. All along, immediately he won.
Yes.
The party leadership prepared a program that will make sure that Edo is taken to a greater height, that will lead us to the path of prosperity. But they abandoned the party's manifesto and program as initiated by a committee that was put up by the leadership. Okay. And he went on his own voyage.
Okay, let me quickly address.
But that one, the reason is not far-fetched, I must tell you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me.
He has been a Lagos boy all the while. He doesn't even know the yearnings and aspiration of we that lives in Edo State. That is why we are now looking for somebody who grew up there, who is part of us, who can feel our pains, somebody who has lived in Edo State, who is domiciled in Edo State.
Well, the way this is going, as I said earlier, yes. I just hope that the supporters of Aswe Godalo, Pathway to Prosperity for All, being the catchphrase that they're using in the PDP, if they're watching this, maybe they'll be able to call in and give us some balance. But I just checked on what you said about the disqualification. But what we have, breaking news, is that the Federal High Court has nullified the Edo State PDP primary election held on the 22nd of February. Yes. That much we can say.
Yes. That is to say the PDP does not have a candidate as we speak.
Well,
the PDP does not have a candidate as we speak. And this is what we'll be saying.
Going by what this headline is saying, Federal High Court nullifies Edo State PDP primary election held on the 22nd of February. That's a breaking news. That's just come out. Who do I have on the line? Tell me, who do I have on the line? Somebody just said something into my ear. And hello, who did you say? Okay, good morning, whoever is on the line. Good morning to you.
How are you, sir? Hello?
Hello. Tell us your name, please.
Osuma. Can you hear me, Uncle Yori?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Yes, I want to contribute to the program going on now.
Tell us who you are, sir.
My name is Osuma. I'm calling from Benin City.
Usman from Benin City.
Osuma
in Benin City. Please go ahead.
Yes. What your guest is saying is correct to a very large extent. Though the governor did a little, but it's full of fight, infight, and all that. I believe that if they had peace in Benin, he would have done better. All this will not be coming up. Governor is all about making the people enjoy the dividends of democracy, not fighting from one corner to another. So that is what you are seeing, and that's what we are going on. We are seeing in Edo State. He tried so much, but the infighting and the confusion is just too much. That is my contribution, Uncle Yori. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much for calling in. Well, that's the perspective of Osuma there.
If you say, I don't see the area where the governor has tried in terms of performance. Because, you see, the other day they commissioned the secretariat that was built by Dr. S.O. Bemudia. That secretariat was only renovated by the governor. That is the only project that has been commissioned in Edo State. Let somebody tell me the project that was commenced by Obaseki, completed and commissioned. A project that will have impact positively on the lives of Edo people. Let somebody tell me. Now, he was talking of electricity, that he has built the Ocean Power project at Olobo. But go to Olobo community, go to any part of Benin State, there is no light, no electricity. So if you do a project and you commission a project and the project does not have meaningful impact, positive impact on the lives of the people, it's as good as you have done nothing. Yeah, that project cost the government not less than, I think they said $20-something million or thereabouts in partnership, but yet there is no light in Benin. We are still in darkness. Well, okay, now he said he's doing the Kenwa Road, Dualajon of the Kenwa Road. For the past 7 years, he has been on that project. Till now, as I speak, it's not completed. He's talking of Gelegele Seaport. Go to Gelegele, nothing is happening there. And billions have been sunk on it. All he's been doing is to prepare MOU upon MOU to review MOU to prepare the white paper for the MOU. Nothing is going on. He said he was going to build airport at Auchi. Where is the airport?
Okay, let's talk about your candidate. I hear you. Yeah. Let's talk about your new candidate, because until about a month ago, the very man you are speaking about was your candidate. Okpebolo, even when you were in the PDP.
Yeah, because we know the path they were taking was the path that will lead them to failure and downfall. And this is what is happening. Okay. That's happened today.
So as I said, people should be free to call in if they so desire. You've just heard our guest, Honorable Noza Adams, who is speaking on, Edo State election in focus, the 2024 election in focus. But the trend it has taken is that it's been a critique of Asue Godalo.
No, I'm not a critic. I'm not a critic. I'm just speaking the facts.
Okay.
As it were.
Yes. And you have left that party, your former party, the PDP, that you shared with Asue Godalo. Yeah. You've just been explaining, and now you're on to the APC. So let me hear what you have to say about the APC candidate.
You see, the APC candidate is a calm, easygoing, and well-organized and coordinated person. He doesn't talk much. He doesn't believe in rhetoric.
Well, he has that reputation.
Yes, he's a calm person, but he has been representing the people of Edo Central now as a distinguished senator. You go to Edo Central, go and find out what he has done under 1 year. You'll be marveled. His performance has even exceeded that of the governor who has been there for 7 years plus now. As a senator, he has able to attract project and commission project for the entire senatorial district, LGA by LGA. Something you can see physically, not MOU. Not MOU. And apart from that, the man has a manifesto, has a program that when you look at it, you'll be satisfied that he's prepared to take Edo to a very serious height of prosperity. Not rhetoric, not sophistry. If you look at Modo Okpebolo, you will see a gentleman that is committed to serving the people of Edo State. He doesn't believe in Edo Central, he doesn't believe in Edo North, he doesn't believe in Edo South. He's just a typical Edo-born. So, but apart from that, all this I have said is coupled with the fact that he's part of us. He knows the yearnings, he knows the aspiration, he knows the pains of Edo people. That is what I'm saying. By the time you bring a stranger, like I saw in Godalo, a total stranger, whatever live with us in Edo, he has always been all his life from Ibadan to Lagos. You cannot compare Modokbewolo to somebody who doesn't even know any street in Benin City. Although who can even speak Ishan. You have a guy who can even speak dialect. Professor Ambrose Ali, I was one of his young aides those days. Ali lived with us in Ubowo, Benin City. He was always there. He traveled, go to the streets of Benin. Ali went to the Constituent Assembly.
Okay.
Look at Lucky Gbenejon. He grew up in Benin, did everything in Benin. Look at Oshomole. Oshomole was living in Abuja, but he has his own home in Iyamo. He was always at home. Every weekend, Oshomole is at home. That is somebody that wants to serve the people.
Okay. Wait,
now look at you ask Aswe Godalo. I'm sure as I speak with you, doesn't have a house in his village. There is no light in his village. He was chairman of Sterling Bank. He could not even attract one branch to the entire Edo Central Senatorial District where he hails from. Go to Ishan land. There is no Sterling Bank. You have Unity Bank. You have Zenith Bank. You have Union Bank. You have First Bank. Virtually all the other branches or banks, they are all in Edo Central. There's no Sterling Bank. Yet he was chairman of Sterling Bank. Go to Okomu. He was chairman of Okomu. He was chairman of Nigeria Bureau.
You've gone back to Ighodalo again.
No, what I'm saying. I'm comparing. I'm analyzing the personality of these two candidates.
Okay.
So you cannot compare somebody who has lived all his life, has all his investment in Edo State. He's been part of us. He knows what is our pace. You know what? If you go to what am I saying? If you are a governor, you must prioritize the needs of your people, right?
That's right.
And for you to prioritize the needs of your people, you must know what their needs are. That's what I'm saying about Modokbewolo.
Okay.
He knows the needs of the people of Edo State. He has been there, he's part of it. And he has that level of commitment as shown in this 1 year he has represented Edo Central as a senator.
Okay.
Then the deputy governorship candidate of APC, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, Denku, has also shown capacity as a member of House of Rep, a two-term member of House of Rep, has done wonderfully well, in his Ovia constituency. Go and find out. Go and see the project he has attracted. But then you now combine these two actors, these two gladiators, these two committed and selfless people to serve us in Edo State. By this time, 4 years' time, I will come back here and tell you, did I say these people were going to give us what we want? Okay. That's what we are saying.
Okay, but there are more than two people. There's more than Senator Okpebolo in the race, Aswe Ighodalo, even though we've just been hearing that
he has been disqualified. Ighodalo is no longer in the race.
The primaries, have been disqualified by High Court. We need to hear from the PDP what the impact of that is. There also is Olumide Akpata of the Labour Party, the former MDA.
Olumide Akpata is my cousin. Funny enough, he is as good as a total stranger. And apart from that, let me tell you, Olumide Akpata cannot make it. For the obvious fact that there's a general consensus. I keep telling people there's a general consensus that the Benin, we've had our 10 already. We have our terms already completed. We've overserved our terms. First term, second term, even third. Then now, Edo Central have never had a full shot at the governorship.
That is Okpebolo's
That's Okpebolo. Yes, Okpebolo is from Edo Central. So there is a general consensus that this time around the governorship should go to Edo Central. If not for anything, for the sake of equity, for the sake of fairness, for the sake of justice. Abi? So we have all agreed that whoever is contesting outside Edo Central is on his own. And that is what is causing crisis in his Labour Party. Because 80% of the people in Labour were saying that let this thing go to Edo Central. But he was able to manipulate his way to get the ticket. Getting the ticket is nothing compared to winning the election. So Olumide Akpata, with due respect to him, is my learned colleague, will not make it. And he himself knows that he's not going anywhere. So the election ordinarily supposed to be between the PDP and APC. But now that the PDP candidate have been disqualified, because you cannot build something on nothing. And we always tell you, this nomination you are doing now.
I suppose what you're saying is correct, because if the election that produced him, the primary,
you cannot put something on nothing,
has been disqualified.
No candidate. No candidate. So as we speak now, those who are contesting election, as at this moment, as I speak with you now, those who are in the race for the gubernatorial election in Edo State is the Labour Party and the APC.
And you say that there seems to be a general consensus.
There is a consensus
that
like I said
Edo
earlier.
Central Zone is their turn this time around.
Apart from that, all the political gladiators, all the political leaders and actors in Edo State are all now gravitating towards APC.
Okay, you can say what you want, but when we listen to Olumide Akpata, he has said that his candidacy will be bringing a fresh wave of optimism.
No,
and
I'm not
promise.
saying it's not qualified. I'm not saying it's not competent.
Promise. Yes.
I'm not saying it's not competent.
But beyond being qualified, he's saying that it's going to bring a fresh wave of optimism and promise that is resonating strongly with the electorate. And don't forget, it's all about the electorate.
That's what we are saying. We will not allow a stranger to rule us again in Edo State. We will not allow it. It's not. Look, you see, let me tell you something. If you are not part of the system, you can hardly know the feelings, you can hardly know the aspirations, you can hardly know the yearnings, you can hardly know the basic needs of the people. You cannot know it. That is the mistake we are saying we made earlier. We don't repeat the same mistake again.
Okay, one moment. Let me bring on Mazi Okoroafo in Arochukwu. Good morning to you, Mazi.
Yeah. Good morning, sir. Good morning, I guess. You see, this is the election. It's what I, as an individual, as a Nigerian, tested, I've seen. There will be confusion with this Labour Party problem for the party. So it is better for them to solve this problem before the election. And there are people there that have not been registered, that because of a fraud and one other reason that this registration have not reached them. I think there is need for INEC to make sure all those people are registered so that nobody will come tomorrow and complain that they were disfranchised because they didn't get an INEC card to come and vote. So I think there's need for the governor himself to see what they can do to make sure that all those areas, those waterlogged areas, that people are being registered so that they will have their right to go and vote. And I'm just calling on the youth. Now campaign is going one reason or the other. So allow anybody to use them as a weapon of mass destruction. At the end of the day, it is the youth that will suffer it. And politicians should be prepared. Accept this whether you fail or you win. The sportsman, the way the things are going now, as if there is confusion somewhere with the but politicians, very careful because if you destroy the state, it is the masses and the Nigerian that will suffer, not you, because some of you will just disappear and fly. Go to another neighboring country and settle down, need people to suffer. Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Mazi. Thank you very much for calling in. Okay, you know, because I was going to say, look, according to INEC, because it's going to depend on the people anyway, INEC says it has 2.5 million permanent voters cards, on the ready, and of those, around 373,000 are yet to be collected. So that begins to give us an aspect of the lie of the ground. So it's going to depend on the people. You have been speaking for yourself and people that are like-minded. But speaking the truth.
Basic truth.
As you know it. Because it's important to put in perspective that there are other perspectives as well. And you have said, let them come in. If they bring it on. Let's hear about it.
So if today is not convenient for them, call any of them. I will come and join. Because we are speaking the truth. It's not selfish. It's not money. It's not facts that you see. These are facts that are indisputable. They are there for you to see. Let them tell us what the governor, apart from renovation of the secretariat building.
Okay.
The Odige Oyegun secretariat civil service academy that he also renovated was built by Ogbemundia. So I don't see the High Court complex was built by Ogbemundia. Sorry, by Ambrose Ali. He did renovation. I'm not saying he didn't do renovation. He did renovation. But all the projects he started, none of them has been completed successfully for commissioning.
Okay.
And billions is being borrowed. Edo State is only state now people borrow money every month to pay salary.
All right, we're going to come.
And yeah, he'll be telling you he's paying 70,000.
We'll come back. We'll come to that.
Okay.
And as of now, according to INEC, 2.1 million PVCs have been collected by registered voters. This is a crucial. It's a very important point because they are going to decide how it goes come the 21st of September. Okay, we'll take a quick break now. Please stay with us. When we come back, we'll continue. And once again, I want to appeal to people on the other sides, especially those for Olumide Akpata and those for Asue Godalo, to weigh in on the matter as we look at Edo State governorship election in focus 2024. We'll be right back.
The Inspector General of Police has met with senior officers to review the state of security.
We are continuing our coverage of the arrest of Godwin Emefiele.
The Senate has summoned the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria to properly brief the Senate regarding the state of the economy.
President Bola Tinubu has announced the total removal of fuel subsidy.
The fresh subsidy is gone. What I will never take is threat.
Let's now bring you more development from Ibadan, the Edo State capital, where an explosion has taken place. Tell us about this incident.
TVC News, first with breaking news.
Okay, welcome back. We're looking at Edo State in focus, in particular the governorship election coming up on the 21st of September later this year. Our guest is Honorable Nosa Adams, recently of the PDP, but now has moved into the APC and is an ardent supporter of Senator Monday Okwobolo, the candidate of that particular party. News just reaching us is that Justice Eku of the Federal High Court in Abuja has disqualified the primary election held back in February that led to the picking of Asue Igodalo as the candidate of the PDP. I guess the implication of that is that, as the legal practitioner said, the PDP is without a candidate at this time, but we'll wait on official communication from PDP and whoever else on that. Also, there's Olumide Akpata, the former NBA president of the Nigerian Bar Association. He's the candidate of Labour Party. Our guest has weighed in on that as well. He doesn't fancy his chances either. So he doesn't fancy the chances of Olumide Akpata of the LP. Certainly doesn't fancy the chances of Asue Igodalo, whatever the legal situation is, and is staunchly behind Senator Monday Okwobolo, the Edo State governorship candidate. He's from Edo Central Zone. So please weigh in, if you will, and let's know what your perspective is on this. But do I have a person on the line? Do I have a caller?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Is that Peter?
Yes.
Go ahead, Peter. Good morning to you.
Yeah, I'm calling from Edo State, and I just want to contribute to the program.
Sure, thank you.
Because we are on ground, you know.
Yes.
It's unfortunate that we Nigerians have refused to believe or refused to absorb what PDP and APC have done to this country. APC and PDP has destroyed this country. Any human being with his right senses that will vote APC or PDP in the forthcoming elections again, that person should be checked in mental homes.
So who is your candidate for the election?
From PDP to APC, just because the election is coming close. And they are just the bed of the same feathers, preaching. Before you know it, tomorrow he's going back to PDP. They don't have the interest of the common man at heart. What they just want is their special interest, their selfish interest. These cannot stand up and rise up and take these into their hands. Okay,
well, Peter, that's your opinion, but do you have a candidate that you prefer in the Edo State governorship election?
I think for me, if I were to say we should be given a chance, PDP and APC should be written off.
Okay. All right. Well, well, thank you for contributing.
Olu is my candidate. Thank you.
Thank you for contributing that opinion. Thank you for calling in.
Can I say what about that?
Yes, please.
Yeah, you see, this is what we keep saying. Political ideology, to me, my personal opinion though, political ideology does not really stand strongly in our Nigeria contemporary politics. The people that are key actors and players in the Labour Party as we speak, we are all members of PDP. Starting from the national chairman to the state chairman,
Can somebody from Labour Party in Edo call in?
Let me say it.
And let's
the technical
hear
chairman
the problem
of the Labour Party as we speak, Madam Elizabeth Ativie, went to the State House of Assembly via the PDP platform. She has been a founding member of the PDP. At a point, she left PDP to join APC, before she now left APC to join Labour. So there is this interrelationship between political actors and activists.
It's quite dynamic.
They're very dynamic.
To put it
but what I'm saying is, you can see the crisis in the Labour Party now. You will say it's unfortunate. But I will tell you, it's still the same process that is building up in almost all the parties that is still happening in Labour Party. The crisis, what is good, part of things that will consume Labour Party in Edo State gubernatorial election we are going into is the crisis and finalization of the party. The crisis and the finalization of the party. The party is divided.
Okay.
The party is factionalized. Yes, it's factionalized.
Let me, a caller is on the line. Good morning, Mr. George. Thank you for holding on for a while. Go ahead, please.
Good morning, Uncle Yori, and good morning to the guest.
Yes. Honorable
Uncle
Adams.
Yori, I'm inclined to believe what the guest is saying regarding the candidature of Olumide Apata. We cannot have Edo sons on the throne for 3 consecutive times in a state where you have 3 major divisions. So I am also aware of that consensus he's talking about, that let us give a chance to Edo Central. Edo Central is where Okpebolo comes from. But ethnicity aside, I want to look at the situation regarding governance. Uncle Yori, I've been monitoring closely developments in Edo politics. You know that this governor has performed miserably badly. That's the English word I have that I can use. He does not believe in equity. He does not believe in integrity. He does not believe in fairness. See what he did to the House of Assembly for 6 good years. You are a governor, you were elected, but other members of the House of Assembly that were elected, you did not allow them to carry out their tenure. You decided to work with 6 members that are loyal to you out of 24. Where is that done? That alone, Uncle Yori, is enough to ensure that such a man never smells power again in that state. And now he's bringing somebody forward, sidelining all due processes. And he wants us to swallow it hook, line, and sinker again. That cannot happen. I was born there. But I know I'm also a stakeholder, even though I don't live there. I'm a stakeholder in politics of Edo State. It will not happen, Uncle Yori. I can tell you that. What the gentleman is saying is very true. But I want to appeal to him. I know it's not longer. He came to the APC camp. The campaign I'm seeing is not aggressive enough on the part of the APC.
Okay.
They should be telling the people the reasons why Obaseki has no moral right to bring somebody to come and govern Edo State. Maybe I don't have information, but I'm not yet seeing it. They should be aggressive about it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling in, Mr. George. Now, speaking about the campaigns, the campaigns have been revolving around, some critical issues. You have economic development, of course. Then you have education and health, as well as security. Tell me your candidate's perspective, and because you just heard that viewer say that he's not been overly impressed with the quality of campaigning in that place.
You see? Maybe he's not be following events. Perhaps he lives outside the state, like he said. He's not be following events. The campaign has been going on very effective. We have been able to take our campaign to the grassroots. In Edo State, we have 192 wards.
Yes.
We've already set up a structure in the 192 wards that will take the campaign to the unit level. That is what, you see, we don't want to have...
What is the key communication of
that is it. That's what I'm coming to that. Now, the message is clear that certainly the narrative will definitely be changed. What we'll be having in Edo all along has been a serious retardation. And we cannot continue like that. In education...
that has led to what? A depression of economic...
Yes. I'm coming. Let me analyze it sector by sector.
Okay.
So let's take it from education.
All right. All right.
Now, what our candidates have programmed for Edo people is to create an enabling environment for conducive learning. Provide the facilities, the infrastructure. Oshomole started very well. He must leverage on what Oshomole has done so far before he left, which this very present governor has abandoned, and provide facilities, equipment. Give the physical infrastructure to schools, because most of the schools now, no roof. Most of the schools, no chairs. Most of the schools, no table. Most of the schools, no teachers. And he will tell you he's doing Edo best. The only thing the governor is just doing to be waging computer all around. Everything is centered inside this computer. We have a very beautiful programs initiated. But when it comes to implementation, he cannot implement. So this governor that is coming in now, Modo, most distinguished senator, will be more action-oriented when it comes to providing quality education to the Edo people and our children.
Okay, when you were speaking about education and, trying to develop it, did you say that the incumbent governor has been emphasizing technical education, computers?
He had the idea. Initially, when he was just coming, he had the idea of having technical education, having training teachers on how to leverage on the ICT.
Yes.
Yes. But he's not been able to implement this program successfully.
You don't think?
He's not been able to implement it. You can see it yourself.
As you say, there are schools without roofs.
No roofs, no chairs, no desks, no qualified teachers. In fact, it's so bad that communities now have to be contributing, subscribing to employ teachers.
Let me bring in Momo, who has called in from Port Harcourt. Good morning, Mr. Momo.
Good morning, Mr. Yori.
Thank you for calling in.
How are you this morning?
Very well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for this program. We appreciate you, and thank you for the insight. First of all, my name is Daniel Momo. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Okay.
I'm from Edo North. First of all, I'm happy. First, about the quality of the gladiators in the race. They are all sons of the Edo soil. And I'm particularly happy again that the Edo Central, whether for the PDP or for the APC, by God's grace, will be producing the governor. But I think deep down, sir, the contest is between the APC and the sitting governor, not even Ighodalo. If you go around Edo State, let me speak for Edo North because I frequent the place very well. Since the time of Oshiomhole, we have not had this rural road construction. They are no longer there. Oshiomhole tied places where you can never imagine that you will see roads there. He did those things. But today, it is your story. Anywhere you go to today, you would see a signpost telling you, oh, sorry, this place is a federal road. Sorry, this is that. For God's sake, the people who ply these roads are people of Edo State. So I think the contest for me would clearly be between the APC and the sitting governor, which most of them termed as a MOU governor or something. But I think after Oshiomhole, we have not had that grassroots development anymore. It was just stories on stories and MOU on MOU. We have not had it. But I think the contest, and for me, the gladiators in the race, I think they are qualified to be governors of the state. But I think the contest will just be between the APC and the sitting governor. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Daniel Momo.
I'm tend to agree with him. Do you know why we in our campaign, we focus more on the governor? Because the governor is seeking to have third term by proxy. That is his calculation. Because he has performed so poorly, because he's afraid of his shadow, he wants to have a surrogate. He's been able to prop up a political progeny that will protect him or protect his interest, because he's a governor who has destroyed people's houses illegally. The Land Use Act has set out procedural steps you must take before you can acquire compulsorily, right? But this governor is a illegal governor that will not only acquire illegally, but he will go ahead to destroy.
Okay.
Now, this is a governor who is fighting market women. Go to Benin City. There is no market, as we speak, in Benin City. The urban market has been built for 8 years now, for 7 years plus now. He refused to build it. Okay, the market, the same thing with the other market, the Kiosa market, the same thing with Ogiso market. All the major markets in Benin are closed down. Do you know what happened? That is paining me most. The poor, innocent market women now went to borrow money, went to Lapo to borrow money to prepare a makeshift store so they can be doing their business, since they don't have a structure built by government for them now. The governor went there, destroyed the makeshift structure, and faced the entire market round. As we speak, the market women, they are all on the street of Benin. Go to the city center, you'll be surprised, market everywhere, because they want to look for a place to do their business so that they can survive. Okay, the market is burnt down for whatever reason you gave, fine. You say you want to rebuild the market, you refuse to rebuild it for them for 4 years now. Some of them even collected money from the market, you didn't build the market. Okay, these women cannot just stay at home doing nothing. They have to survive. They now borrow money to build makeshift structures. Pending when you will start building the market. Then you now went there, destroy the makeshift structures and face the market round. And you tell it you are going to be happy?
Has Senator Okwebolo said anything about that campaign-wise?
Yes, he said even when they visited the market women, I told them by the grace of God. Mm-hmm. As he's being sworn in, in less than a year after swearing in, he will build all the market for them. And they were all jubilant. The jubilation was wide.
Okay. So he has taken the campaign.
He has taken the we are telling the market women, your suffering is going to be for a while.
Okay,
it's in a matter of months. It will be over.
What has your candidate, Senator Okwebolo, said about education and healthcare? You've spoken a bit about education.
Yes.
But healthcare is also very important.
Healthcare. The problem, the state of our healthcare system is appalling. It's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. As we speak, we don't have any functional hospital that you can say, yes, this is government hospital in Edo State. That's why if you go to Benin State now, you see private hospital is springing up everywhere. There is hardly any street in Benin that you don't have a private hospital. And that one is consequent upon the fact that the government has neglected its duty when it comes to healthcare program.
Back through
now,
the administration.
Yes. Now, what we are saying is, if God, by His grace, give us victory, which we are expecting, our candidate, Senator Monday Okpewolo, have said that he will rewrite the narrative positively when it comes to healthcare. The first thing is to employ enough healthcare personnel. We don't have healthcare personnel. You will say you have given people employment. Instead of employing professionals, you'll be employing SSSA. As we speak, Madaki is having close to 5,000 SSA.
Okay,
doing nothing, just doing nothing.
Because
5,000.
Because the time is winding down. Let me get your perspective on one. Your what you think about the state of security.
So bad, so bad.
And what Mr. Okwebolo, Senator Okwebolo, says he will do.
He has said it. Yes, the governor is the chief security officer of the state. Mm-hmm. You provide the working tools for our security agency. They need to be well motivated. They need to be well prepared to combat crime. The problem, the major crime we have in Edo State is cultism or core-related killings.
Okay.
And the unfortunate aspect of it is Governor Obaseki knows the root cause or causes of this crisis when it comes to court problems in Edo State. And he refused to. Instead, he's addressing the issue negatively as to target some individuals in the state. Now, you are talking of court killings. He knows them. He should address it right from his office.
When you say he knows them.
When I say he knows them, by the time you start giving appointment to political actors that have court relationship or courtesy relationship or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? So you're saying it should start from his office.
That's an allegation.
It should start to combat court-related killings from his office.
It is no more than an allegation, unless he has said that he accepts it.
He cannot tell me he doesn't know those who are court leaders in Edo State. He should know. That is why he's the chief security officer. Well, he's not your character. Those people
what you're saying really is the same as saying that the police in Edo State know these cult leaders.
I can say that because why do we have intelligence in the police? Why do we have intelligence?
Because that's where I took it from.
That is it.
If as the chief security officer you say he knows, it then follows that he is not working alone.
When I say,
the police is working with him. So the police also knows.
When I say he knows, it is to say that he ought to know.
Okay. Yeah.
As the chief security officer of the state.
You've moderated it.
No, he ought to know because he should know. That is why he's the chief security officer of the state. And the money that is collecting for security votes every month, what is he doing with it?
But how about the police?
Police is trying their best. What if they are not motivated? If they don't have the equipment, what would they do? If the governor is collecting more than close to 3 billion every month for security,
as a security vote.
As security vote, what is he doing with it? He should tell us what he is doing with it.
Well, we've just almost run out of time, Honorable Nosa Adams. You have much to say about the state of affairs in Edo. It's nowhere near what the potential is what you are saying. But then you are happy that, according to you and the electorate agreeing, Senator Monday Ekwobolo will be the governor. And when he becomes governor, then all of these matters will get attention.
Yes, because becoming a governor will be a fait accompli. I'm telling you that.
So, okay.
So what a people should just hope for is hope for the best, hope for a journey to prosperity, hope for progress, development, and above all, hope for redemption from the shadow of oppression, suppression, and intimidation that is being dished out to everybody in Edo State as we speak, including international institutions. As we speak now, all the economic interest the Oba of Benin is having is being crumbled by the governor for whatever reason.
Well, thank you for coming along. You said the pathway to prosperity for all is the slogan of Igodalo.
He just used that slogan. He doesn't believe in it.
Okay. But so thank you very much for coming on. And we'll wait for updates on the fact that the Federal High Court has disqualified the election.
No update. As we speak, they don't have candidates. Okay. The only way that they can even breathe now is to go on appeal.
Which they probably will.
Let's hope if they will. But as we speak now, they don't have candidates.
Okay. Thank you very much, Honorable Nosa Adams.
Thank you very much.
A legal practitioner, for coming on the program. That's where we're going to have to leave it now. Of course, there'll be more. There'll be something else tomorrow. Please join us then for a fresh edition. I am Yori Folari. Bye-bye for now.